every day we get closer to Spider-Man No Way Home, we are starting to see almost daily drops of info from various different outlets. Of course, the latest has been a big reveal by Empire magazine, which is now hitting store shelves. And of course, we're getting a direct feed of info straight from the source on the internet as well. So these 4 brand new photos that are coming at us courtesy of Empire magazine are more or less a sort of look into the early production and what they can reveal and some of the story elements we know of, and much less focused on spoiling anything that we don't really know. Of course, they did confirm returning characters which were rumored previously, such as Sandman and the Lizard, but largely what you're going to see here is typical film magazine. I don't want to call it fluff pieces, but that's sort of the takeaway here. I mean, it's the sort of a behind-the-scenes look and insight and some info that's more meant for the casual crowds and not so much us hardcore people that follow pretty much everything that's happening with every step. Now, with these photos, we get some shots of Doctor Strange and Peter Parker in and out of the Sanctorum, which I think are great, and we honestly see how nice the set they built for the, I guess, basement of the Sanctorum is. We, of course, got the money shot here, which is Alfred Molina with his Doc Ock arms, and we see a nice red tint to them, maybe even some splatter on there. Don't know what that's about. And then the scene that's picking up right where the last film left off, which this is going to be the opening scene with MJ and Peter on the run, and, well, they're wanted because Peter is wanted for, naturally, the murder or the accusation of murder of Mysterio. And what I really like and appreciate about these shots and the info we're getting so far is that they're not so much focused on, hey, let's tell you stuff you don't know. There's a little bit of that there, but they're really going on about the sort of production side of things. That's, you know, what these magazines are all about, because they're catering to a certain audience, and they want to naturally give that audience what they expect from the magazine. And it gives you an idea of just how much work goes into securing things like this, because believe it or not, they secured these exclusives close to a year ago. And then they got the interviews and the set photos and the assets much earlier than we're seeing them. So they have to be very careful, and obviously there's things that they've been told that they can't talk about, they saw anything and what they're allowed to. So you never really go into this expecting a ton of spoilers, which is what I've seen some people doing and suspecting. They're disappointed with this magazine. Again, that's not the point of these magazines. They're collector's items and, you know, like meant for film enthusiasts, if you will. And it's not about, well, I can just get the article online, which that's a factor of it, but it's also, I want to physically own it. That's, like, for example, why I still have the first 60 issues of the original Xbox magazine. I collected them. Same with the Game Pros and the EGMs. You know, it's for collectors. Yes, you can find it online, but it's different. And it's still, there's like that niche crowd that wants it. So I like really all the info I'm seeing in these photos. They highlight a good aspect of film production.